Hey there friends, what's going on? It's Codiak here, and today we're diving back in to trailers, breaking down trailers, talking about new games. It's something I wanted to do on the channel since the very beginning, way back when we were the game gurus, and Livid and I have reworked kind of our setups. We worked some of the graphics over, and now we can finally dive into trailers a lot easier. I've got a button over here. I can pop up everything and go. But I know that's not what you guys are here for. You're not here to listen to me talk about our technology and how we get all this stuff done. It's just about the games themselves. And today we're checking out Hogwarts Legacy. This is a brand new, I want to say it's a Harry Potter title, but it's a brand new adventure at Hogwarts. And this is unlike trailer reactions that other channels do. I'm not going to pretend to go over the top and be like, oh my God, that's not me. That's not me. I want to talk about the game. I want to talk about the features of the game. I want to talk about what we can learn from the trailers themselves and break it all down. So without further ado, let's dive into Hogwarts Legacy. This is an upcoming semi-open world Harry Potter game.
Magic, both beautiful and powerful, binds together our long
Right off the
history.
bat, you see kind of the old school stagecoach.
That common bond we share
Still common in the modern series.
is the legacy of Hogwarts.
Looking as beautiful as ever.
Now it is time to add
Late
your
1800s,
own
you gotta keep that in
story
mind.
to these hallowed halls, and quite possibly shape the future of the wizarding world. Every corridor,
Grand Hall looking amazing.
every portrait, every stone in this castle tells the story of witches and wizards who came before.
A lot of talk about the
Here
legacy,
you will
obviously.
meet
Who came
lifelong
before?
friends
Who's coming
and
after?
grow into your own magical abilities in the classrooms of the world's most talented professors. And
Obviously,
while
new
your journey
cast of
begins
characters
at
for all the
Hogwarts,
teachers,
brewing
students.
potions, taming fantastic beasts,
Awesome little creatures there.
and mastering spells. There is a larger world beyond these walls. A world filled with dangers you can't yet imagine.
And this gets me really excited.
Ancient
Heading
knowledge
outside of what we know
long
in the
from this
Hogwarts
world.
Harry Potter universe, going someplace completely new.
That strange and mysterious talent you possess may be the key to unlocking this dormant power. Your
Possibly some
potential
sort of taming, or
is
could be some sort of
limitless.
ending to a boss fight of some sort.
But what form will it take?
Dragons,
The journey
possibly
ahead
some sort of Dementor.
Will reveal
Death Eater type
what
thing.
you stand for. The choices you make now will define the legacy of Hogwarts.
I love it, guys. I'm so excited about this, and I want to freeze it right here because legacy is a really big word here. What I get out of this trailer is immediate Fable vibes. And they're talking about legacy, they're talking about morality, they're talking about good choices, bad choices, what will you leave behind? And that leads me to believe, not doing any deeper research into, what other news outlets have reported, that you're going to be able to control some sort of morality within the game. They're showing all four of the houses, they're showing possibly player-created characters in the four houses. Obviously, no Harry, no Ron, Hermione, because we're way before their time. That entire series happened between 1991 and 1998. But we're really talking about the legacy of your character, which is what gives me the Fable vibes right off the bat. And I want to go all the way back here to the beginning. Remember, late 1800s. We're not talking 10 years before Harry Potter. We're talking almost 2 centuries, possibly. I guess it's more like a century and change before the Harry Potter series. And that's an absolute absurd time frame. And that's great because that's a completely new adventure for us. But obviously the Hogwarts Castle is however many years old. I'm sure one of you Harry Potter fans can tell me how old the castle actually is. But there's a lot that they can do outside of the Voldemort and Harry thing. I think that's actually, for how much we love that storyline and for everything that happened within that story, it holds the series back because they can't do anything outside it. It's such an amazing story that it's so hard to do anything within that time frame that they had to completely shift the spectrum. Just think about Lord of the Rings, right? Anything during the Ring era, the Frodo and Sam and the Fellowship era, is almost impossible to create new stories within there because it's so defined. So by shifting the timeline back before Harry, before Voldemort, they're allowed to do so much more. And obviously this world is less defined than Lord of the Rings. It's less defined than Star Wars. So there's a lot that they can do. Now, I do not know if J.K. Rowling is involved in it. However you feel about her, it doesn't really matter. I don't really care. I care about the game. That's really what I care about. If you have strong opinions about that, don't buy the game. If you don't like her, don't buy the game. That's fine. But with setting the timeline back 100 years or 100 plus, we're seeing a completely new palette for them to create a story. And of course, I froze it here because I want to talk about the things that we know are part of the Hogwarts Harry Potter world. The moving paintings. Obviously, we see that here. We see a lot of books, obviously. We see a lot of spells happening, a lot of magic here, the moving staircases. We see some sort of library or common room. We see students, a lot of people in this game, and that's really good. I love seeing a lot of NPCs. I hope they're a dynamic part of the experience because a semi-open world Harry Potter game with just one character running through an empty castle will be completely boring. This needs to be a fully realized open world or semi-open world game to really capture the attention of fans and players, because that's what's been missing from the Harry Potter world. Sure, there have been Harry Potter games. They've been fine. They've been in the Harry Potter 1991 to 1998 realm. This is taking us out of it, which is going to allow us to expand what our experience is in the Harry Potter world. And I've said that a few times now, but it's so important. Different characters here. I love these knight figures. I can't figure out if they're some sort of reanimated knight armor, some sort of charm on the armor. Really cool. But you can see the castle looks older. It looks a lot, excuse me. It looks a lot different than it does in the movies, with basically to fit the time period that we're in. I just think that's really cool. Then we have a character here, Headmaster. Possibly, I would imagine it's a headmaster. We obviously see the sorting hat, and we see the houses here. Gryffindor on the left. I believe that's Ravenclaw straight behind everything happening here, and then Slytherin with their green robes on the right. I think so because on the left I can see a little bit of yellow, which makes me think Hufflepuff here. So again, headmaster type character talking about legacy. Beautiful shot outside here. Again, filled with people. That's really important. If we can get so many NPCs and quests and things like that, this is going to be a fantastic foundation for an RPG. I'm not going to say it's going to be a fantastic RPG until I see more of the systems. This is just setting us up, hyping us up. Beautiful statue there. And then we've got some Hufflepuffs here with their brooms. So this may be a foreshadowing that there's going to be some sort of travel or transportation or Quidditch, something like that. I really love that. Obviously, flying is a huge thing. And then we've got this really colorful character here. Potion Master, perhaps, throws down a bottle. You can kind of see here, he's a gruff character. He's a grim-looking character. Hard to tell who he is. Again, if they completely characters that we've never heard of, I would be okay with that. Sure, there are characters that are probably, have been name dropped in the books through some of the tomes that the students read. But if we are introduced to a completely new set of characters, I'm so for that. I'm beyond for that. Again, Herbology here, completely new character here. Have no idea who this could be. Again, if you're a Harry Potter fan and you have an idea of who this could be, let us know in the comments, because that'd be really cool. I'm not telling you I'm an expert at this. We're just breaking it down together. If you know more than me, that's great. I want to share that information with the community. If you know less than me, that's fine too. Just come along for the ride. It's going to be a lot of fun. All right, so we've got Herbology. Then we've got potions here. Clearly, they're up to no good, doing something cool. And then some sparks. This gets me really excited here. We see a student feeding these, I think they're called like moon something or others. They're so cool looking. They're big glassy eyes. Obviously, taking care of wild beasts is such an integral part of the Harry Potter universe. Excited to see how that comes into play in a video game. And then I believe we go to a common room here, practicing spells. This looks like it would be some sort of Ravenclaw by the tower, like kind of the high dome, high arch ceiling. And it looks like there's a lot of blues here. I'm going to go with this is some sort of Ravenclaw common room. I see a cat here on the left side, which gets me excited too, that possibly pets or something like that. We obviously know how important pets are in the Harry Potter universe. Owls, cats, rats, things like that. That could be really cool. And then we get some transfiguration, which is really neat. Turning, I forget what is that, a wardrobe into some sort of like moving mirror into some like moving mannequin thing. I just think that's really cool. And then here we are outside of the castle. And this is a really big point, that we're moving beyond just the castle and doing something in Hogsmeade, which is of course another area that we know very well. It's got all the shops, all the characters from that universe. And I'm just excited to see what they could do in an area outside of the castle as well. Moving beyond just the castle is really important if they want to create their own identity with the game. So we move through Hogsmeade. Here we're on the Hippogriffs, riding along. I'm not exactly sure where this is. This could be the outskirts of Hogwarts. Almost looks like it could be some sort of cabin or small village. We see a building right under the first Hippogriff here. We also see a building in the back there. Hard to tell. And then we start to see some of the dark creatures. Again, makes me think that we're going to go beyond Hogwarts to do some more Witcher-esque fighting or quests or missions, something like that. We see Dementors, we see some sort of skeleton thing. And then we get this great scene with this massive beast out in the middle of nowhere. I have no idea what this is. I have no idea what beast that is. If you know, let us know in the comments. But man, this is cool because that looks like a straight up RPG style boss fight. You see a dodge roll there. You see him slinging spells. This is what I think Harry Potter fans have wanted for a long, long time. If you could take The Witcher, put it in the Harry Potter world, and make it work in a really well-oiled well-oiled machine, that would be incredible. Again, we see some sort of little puzzle element here. Very cool effects there. We see some more of this kind of magical stairs, creating this bridge, going to this door of some sort. Not exactly sure what this door is, but clearly very important. This looks like some underground chamber, some sort of dark secret. I'm sure we'll find out more about that. And then here's that creature again. Like I said, some sort of boss fight, taming that creature of some sort. We've got a giant troll here. If this doesn't make you think Mines of Moria, I don't know. It looks like Mines of Moria fight to me. It literally looks like we're in the Mines of Moria. So really cool. Clearly there's chains on the walls. This is some sort of prison cell for this troll. Somehow we're stuck here, which is pretty interesting. Again, different character here. We've got another character in a Ravenclaw robe, which makes me think the choices that you make are going to be very important. Which house you're in, the type of character that you are, possibly attributes, stats, traits, things like that. True RPG elements that could make this game really great. And then we've got this kind of shady character here. Looks like a Death Eater of sorts, a more primitive Death Eater with the skull mask. We've obviously got some sort of sacrificial or ritualistic stuff going on in this tomb. We've got a tome in front of him. We've got some sort of creepy-ass box on the right side of the screen. You know, a candle made of spines on the left. So definitely no bueno here. And then we're fighting him. And then we're fighting a giant dragon. So this is cool too. Dragon fights. We've got spider fights. Here's that Death Eater type character again. Fighting him. And here's the dragon again. Some frame rate issues. I'm not sure if that really matters at this point. But clearly another massive encounter. Huge dragon. How are we going to deal with that? I'm really excited to see what the team has concocted. And then, again, dragons flying away. We're talking about legacy. Beautiful shot over Hogwarts. Talking about what you will do with your legacy at Hogwarts. What mark will you leave for the generation now, for generations in the future. So, Live the Unwritten 2021. Really excited about this game, guys. I really am just excited about this game. I think if they can do a Hogwarts Harry Potter game right, and remember, Harry Potter's not in the title. It's not about Harry. It's not about Ron. It's not about Voldemort. It's about Hogwarts. It's about your character in Hogwarts and what you decide to do with your time there. And I think that's an absolutely fantastic premise for a game. I'm excited to see if they can pull it off. This is a 2021 game being produced by Warner Brothers. They have a studio. Portkey Games is within Warner Brothers. So being produced in-house with people that know Harry Potter and the world of Harry Potter very well. So I'm excited about it. I hope you guys are excited about it. Let me know what you want from a Harry Potter style game. I keep saying Harry Potter. I got to stop that. It's a Hogwarts game set in the Harry Potter universe. What do you want from a game like this? Leave that comment in the section below. Remember, guys, thumbs up on the video really helps. If you like these types of videos, if you want more of these in between all of our guides and our gameplay stuff, let me know. Because honestly, there's only so much time in the day. Livid and I both work full time. I love putting these together. We reworked our entire system so that we could put these together easier for you guys. So if you like these kind of videos, if you made it to minute 14 of this video or wherever we're at, let us know in the comment section below. Give us a thumbs up. Join us on Discord. That link is below. And of course, guys, Love hanging out with you. I will see you next time. My name is Codiak, and from everyone here at Legacy Gaming, thanks for watching, and play on.